Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Close Combat Last on Arnhem. I'm Ninja, and let's begin, potentially for the final time, although I said that last time. So I don't know that we're going to do a huge amount of moving, just because there's not really a lot of point. Because this battle is basically over anyway. I don't think they're going to have any more reinforcements turning up or anything like that, so I think we will probably just kind of get stuck in. Cohesion is actually really low, although we've got a huge amount of stuff to replace it with, so they're going to have to deal with it, I fear. Yep. Yeah, so there's not going to be any moving really. Let's see if any Germans turn up. They don't, so just the one battle then in West Arnhem. Potentially our final battle. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So this is pretty much what we're going for. We're not going to take two mortars, though, there's no point. Take an extra spring group instead. Yep. Should be good. Probably. They haven't got a huge amount left. They're down to Panzer 4s now and they've got one Tiger 2. That's not terribly scary at all. So let's get stuck in. Can spawn absolutely everywhere though, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, so this is what we're going for. So we're going for a very different setup this time. These guys are not in the open, they're in a bunch of craters, so don't worry. But we're just stacking all of our tanks here. We're going to take the duels right at the start because we outnumber them and we outgun them. So theoretically, if we can catch out a few of them in the open around here, we should be able to deal with them fairly quickly, I think. See how it goes. Obviously it's all dark, which is a bit of a pain.
Redeployed. In position. Target eliminated. In position.
Right, there goes the medium tank. There's a Tiger 2 up there, which is a bit worrying because I'm not sure we've got anyone here that can actually do it.
In position.
Damn. It's not a massive surprise that we're going to take some casualties. Hopefully, though, they will be relatively minimal.
Move completed.
You know, it's a Tiger tank at the end of the day. It's going to do a little bit of damage. If it comes anywhere near us around here, we should be able to take it out. Got a mortar barrage, might have a pop it. Seeing if we can't get a lucky immobilization. If we destroy this Tiger 2, then morale should drop pretty much to none, I think. There's that half track. Let me hit something with that mortar. There's the Tiger 2 as well. Immobilized it. Excellent.
Redeployed.
We'll wait for a second, then we're gonna rush it, I think. Damaged it. And they're broken. There's another Panzer 4 up at the top here. Firefly should be able to take it out when it comes around the corner. Or over the top of that little ridge, I should say. Yep, that just leaves, as they've abandoned the hard track, just leaves a Tiger then, which is immobilized here. So we're going to do this and just rush it with absolutely everyone. It shouldn't be able to take us all out. And this Firefly ought to be able to get around the side of it before it can hit us, because it's immobilized. Hit it. As long as we keep distracting it, everyone else can get into position. Our Firefly's moving fast enough that theoretically it shouldn't be able to hit terribly easy. Then again,
You're mad.
shows what I know. Right. Okay, doesn't like it. Oops, that was. The problem is we're coming on it from the front, which is a bit of a problem.
Redeployed.
Why are they driving like this? This is it's not been quite as smooth as I hoped it to be. God damn. Yeah, this guy's proving a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh, really? That's not a clean shot. Sat right next to him.
Can't go there.
You can't go there. So it was like half a foot further forward, it could get a side-on hit. Well, if immobilised does. This has not gone terribly well, I have to admit. I don't know why we can't seem to kill this tiger tank. And our spotted dick is stuck. This is going really well. Not great. Not great. We'll go for another turn. Jesus Christ. And of course the game is crashing as well. So yeah, we're going to go for another turn straight away. Tried to finish these guys off. That did not go as well as I hoped it would. I must admit. It could have been worse though. Sort of. I don't know how, but it could have been worse. Basically just lost all of our tanks in one fell sweep. Maybe I got a bit bold trying to take on that tiger. It should have worked though. That should have worked. And we hit it a few times, just couldn't kill it. No problem. Oh well. Alright. Round 2, let's go. So this is what we're going to have to take. And it's not great, but they just have a Panzer IV, so they actually lost their Tiger II. So now we have nothing to fear at all. In fact, we probably don't need quite as many tanks as we have. Actually, yeah, Sherman Fire's pretty good. East infantry, so they should be fine, we don't need that. Okay. So rather annoyingly, everyone up here has to start up here because somehow they managed to completely cut off this portion from the rest of the map, which is really annoying. But I guess it's fine. We'll just deal with it like this, and we should be right, I think. Really, we just need to find their Panzer IV ASAP and destroy it.
In position.
Because then we'll have. Oh, there it is. Right, so we know exactly where that is then. That's good.
In position.
It's going to give us essentially free reign. We have airstrike, artillery, and mortar barrages coming in, so that's good. Actually spawned quite a lot of guys on this top half, which I was not expecting. Yeah, they sort of spread out quite a lot. They actually have quite a lot of guys here, which is not fantastic, but it's fine, I suppose.
In position. Redeployed. In position. In position. In position. Move complete. Redeployed. In position. In position. Stretch one.
Still another squad down here. A little bit worrying. Got to be slightly careful with this tank.
In position.
That's MG42. It's always fun. That's miles away. Oh Jesus. Tank's not noticed us as well. They need to get out there. Just took a shot from that Panzerjäger. Unfortunately, we just drove straight over the top of them and they stopped firing. Could have been bad.
Redeployed. In position.
So on, want to go to hit this Panzer IV pretty soon. Between spotted Dick and 3 right out, so I think we should get it.
Target eliminated.
Should give another squad down.
Move completed.
She didn't take that many hits on this brink, which is slightly surprising. Thought we'd have taken more than that.
Redeployed. Area secured. Move completed.
Looks like pretty much cleared the top.
Target eliminated.
Panzer IV, that's great.
Completed.
And now they've just got a bunch of infantry in the open. They've still got one up in there, which is going to be rather difficult to take out.
In position.
I'm sure we'll figure it out though. I mean, we're gonna have to get some infantry stuck in there basically, but that's never gonna be fun trying to
Eliminated.
dislodge a MG42 from any place position. Make the best of it though.
Area secured. Move area completed.
I'm sure that other stuff is.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
You will likely should have quite a lot more than this. I've only destroyed 2 squads. This squad's still alive actually, that's a bit worrying.
Redeployed.
Much longer though, I don't think.
In position. Move completed. Redeployed. In position.
Another one down. So that actually might be the last squad, this MG42. Unlikely I think, because I think we'll probably have a couple more in here, but for the time being at least, we'll focus on them. If they start shooting us again. And then we've sort of got everything else cut off, so they must be up here, unless they're hiding down here, but that seems fairly unlikely. Oh, some in the factory.
Move completed.
That is surprising considering where we started. Oh wow, they're not in the factory, they're right next to us. Whoops. Oh, destroyed them. Alright, so unfortunately the game kept crashing over and over and over again on this final mission because of the way the recording works. Basically kind of messes with it because it's so old. But so this is non-canon, but it went quite well. So the one we're actually using is the one that you just seen, and I'm cutting all the rest, so you don't need to worry about that. Basically we won, so that's good. So yeah, fortunately we can't actually see, isn't those look at the end statistics, so we're just going to look at all the stats now. And considering that kind of last battle was a bit anyway, then we'll just you know, assume that the unit involved, which is this unit, no it's not, it's this unit with Lobster and such, has slightly more damage than they actually are shown as having. But we'll start at the top with the unit that fought in, I believe, Rankham Heath for most of the battle. It doesn't look like many of the units survived the whole thing apart from this machine gun and mortar, which both did ridiculous work. So fair play. Next along, 11th Battalion, 4th Barra. Well, they had a bit of a scrap every now and then. Piat got a couple of half tracks, that's good. Flamethrower killed someone, you can see that very often. And of course the mortar got 5 times as much as everyone else. 2nd Battalion, 1st Para. 2.5 half tracks for the Piat. It's pretty good. Wow, quite a lot for that squad actually, for that HQ as well. Very nice. The Mortar just got like 50 kills, because of course it did. I'm looking forward to that in Battle of the Bulge, I have to say. Oof. Alright, got an American unit, 508th. Not any named units again, but yeah. I'm not sure these guys fought that much. I think they're in the 2nd wave. It's hard to say because their mortar got like 30 kills. Machine gun got a lot as well actually. Fair enough. Underneath them, another parachute unit. It might be the Ginkle Heath guys. Or whichever way around that was. 5 kills for the sniper, woof. 9 for the small mortar, about 20 for one machine gun, about 40 for the other. Anti-tank gun got a fair few. Mortar, of course, with about 70 or so. Not bad at all. And the guys in Wolfies at the moment, 1st Para, 1st Airborne. Wow, that guy's a bit of a boss, isn't it? The Queen. Wonder which one he is. Nice spreads, that score's very good as well. Wow, these guys really spread out their kills actually. Well, he says then comes to a machine gun which has about 40 kills. Surprisingly few for the mortar. Of course, because it's the name mortar, so well, you know, it's got to be one that doesn't do very well. Anti-tank gun did alright as well. I think these guys were actually, not these guys were some of the ones that like cycled through Arnhem at various points. There's so many that did that, it's hard to say. This is the 30 core unit, doesn't look like it's actually, it's sort of pretty combat. Maybe, I guess it'll all be on the tanks. Yeah. Oh, these would be the ones that dealt with those flame tanks, yeah. So nothing too surprising there. These guys will like run to the 30 core, maybe not. Yeah, not a lot. Well, their mortar managed to get a medal. Fair enough. Oh, it's these guys, yeah, they were at the spear tip for a while. Didn't do a huge amount, but they did a little bit. They did enough, that's what counts. This unit's done rather well. Quite a lot of kills for Lobster. Quite a lot for three Reichs. Of course, this unit kind of got mauled last in the first battle we did this part. So they would have a lot more units that had a lot more kills otherwise. Oh well, that's the way it goes. This one be a 30 core unit, didn't see a huge amounts of action either. A little bit here and there. Most of our 30 core units wouldn't have seen a huge amount, obviously, because we kind of had stomped everyone already with the paratroopers by the time 30 core came through, and then it's just the lead units there to do anything. Yeah, they didn't even see an enemy. Sure if the Poles got in a fight in the end. They did, yeah. Got a couple of medals for it as well. Oh yeah, because they had that horrible one here. But we lost like 15 people in 2 seconds. Yeah. Of course, the mortars carried most of the weight. The US unit, which is miles up here for some reason. Even kills around the board, basically, very spread out. Well, mortar and machine gun both fairly quiet actually. And we'll head down to the centre where we've got mostly 30 core units which won't have seen any action. Yep, and these should be the same. The 2 Wolverine strategy. Shame we never got to see that in action, I suppose. An old 30 core unit, one of the originals, I believe. Wow, fair play to tanks for the memories they got. Wow, yeah, about 14, 15 infantry kills, 3 half-tracks and 3 tanks. Very impressive. I don't know if they were stacked with anyone else that maybe got destroyed along the way. That might have been, yeah, it might have been actually. One of the US units from the east flank. You would have seen quite a lot of combat early on and then not a lot later on. Of course, the mortar did most of the work. These guys from the kind of heights area. City Officers, actually didn't see very much of them towards the end, obviously, but yeah, I think they were a very original squad. Pulled their weight as well. It's nice. Man, 7 kills. Woo! You might be one of the individual top killers that wasn't on a machine gun or mortar. Fair play. Good unit. Mortar actually didn't do that much, neither did the machine gun at all. The engineer team somehow getting 2 Medal of Honours with 6 kills, but yeah, fair enough. Another very small airborne unit. Squad really pulled it away, didn't it? Yeah, machine gun got quite a lot. Fair amount for the mortar as well, and for the other 30 cal. Moving south a bit. Oh my lord. Yeah, okay, so they did quite a lot of, well, quite a lot of fighting in this unit then. Jesus. A lot of people with 7 kills, so sorry man from Pumpkin, but I guess she's not that special in this. Fair amount all the way around. Very far south now to Vagel. These guys might have been second wave, yes, they never saw any action. Sound to St. Odin Road. I know that most of these people would have fought in at least one of the fights down here. 50 cal did work, considering they were a second wave unit. They got a lot. A 4 for the sniper. The 50 cal did a fair amount as well, to be fair. But for the mortar, yeesh. Below them, I'm not giving these snipers no credit. I guess because they survived for such a long time, because they're not like a huge target. Being just, you know, a single guy, then I suppose that they just kind of slowly pick up a whole bunch of kills. This unit did a lot of fighting around the bottom right. Southeast or whatever you want to call it. Certainly towards the end, I think they might have been a second wave unit, but they were there to finish off that Fallschirmjäger unit in Helmand, I think. Like a Galaxian, another original. Medal of Honor, 1 tank kill, it's fine for a bazooka. You see a huge amount of action usually, especially in this campaign. Nice, 8 kills for that guard, very good. Another Deuce, fairly late addition, did some good work. 80 gun did nothing. Lots and lots for that mortar. What a surprise. Nice spread on this unit. Lots for the mortar, quite a lot for the machine gun. Whoops. Our final unit, 30 core units just turned up. So never mind. But yeah, that was that campaign actually went really well. I thought that was going to be a lot harder. I should probably turn the difficulty up. We finished what, 3 days early, basically. Yeah, pretty much exactly. It was a bit touch and go for a bit there, obviously, and West Arnhem was always very up in the air. But that was good fun, I thought. So simultaneously, or maybe slightly after this video is up, in the playlist, and I'll put it on the forum as well, there should be 2 extra videos, one of which is like a West Arnhem time lapse, because I thought it'd be interesting just to see, because that that sector saw so much combat that obviously one of the best things about this game is the way that terrain like deforms over time with explosions and mortars and artillery strikes and stuff. And West Arnhem, we fought pretty much every single turn in West Arnhem from like turn 4 onwards, I think, so something like 28 straight battles. I thought it'd be interesting to look at that. And I'm going to also be releasing a kind of in memoriam video for all of those goon members who sadly fell along the way. Obviously, like 35% of it is going to be from the battle in the start of this part, where we lost like 5 tanks, 6 tanks, or whatever. So yeah, keep an eye out for those, and also keep an eye out because after this we're going to be doing another game, probably in a couple of weeks or so. I'm going to take a bit of a break, but we're going to start chronologically, in fact, in Close Combat Vaktam Rhine, which is the remake of Close Combat 4, Battle of the Bulge game, which I'm looking forward to. We will be playing as the Germans, so think up some good pun names now, and we'll be sure to get them in. Finally, the MG42s will be on our side. We're going to make it slightly harder than this one. I think we're going to crank the difficulty up a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost that because it's so difficult straight away. That should be good. Again, keep an eye out. I'll be posting on the current forum thread, and also I'll be making a new one, of course. Or just subscribe, I guess. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone that's stuck through the whole thing. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks, and see you later.